I mean, theory is the language of music, so it's a good shorthand when you're trying to explain a riff to the other guy. If I come up with something, and we often use like unusual scales, like we use a lot of Lydian dominant scale, which to explain to someone what that is in terms of the notes you're playing would take quite a long time, but I could just say to the bass player, okay, this is in G Lydian dominant, and he'll know exactly what I'm talking about. My kind of knowledge of theory has always been a practical application.
I remember when I was at college, I was always being told that, you know, knowing the chord progression and knowing all that stuff is really important. For a large portion of the work that I've done since I left college, I didn't necessarily need that, because I was just doing function gigs, and I a lot of the time didn't know the keys of the songs that I was singing in, etc. But I've recently got a gig where I've walked in and they've said, you have to know the key, you have to know the original key and whatever key you want to sing it in, you have to know the chord progression, roughly, you have to know the first chord that it starts on, you have to know what tempo it is. If there's a particular groove you want on the song, you need to be able to describe it. So I'm now in a position where I've gone, oh, okay, I need to figure all this out. So I've now gone away and I spoke to keyboard player friends of mine, because I don't actually have a piano at the moment. But I wrote down all the keys of the songs and all the chords that they start on, and I figured them all out. So now I can stand up with any musicians and confidently say, right, price tag, it's 1364 in F, 1, 2, you know, whatever.
I think the new Rockschool theory syllabus is a good preparation for students thinking of coming to the ICMP. The way it was designed really from grade 1 or debut was as if you know nothing. So it really starts with the basic building blocks of music, you know, talking about what a semitone is, what a tone is. And then it progresses sort of gradually through the grades. So that sort of knowledge will really set you up and stand you in good stead for progressing to the Institute and you know, be it a higher diploma or degree. Those are all skills that you can build upon.